I will go straight to my first question that I'm going to direct to Mr. Sam. Stefan, I would like you to walk us through your journey of the application, the way you applied to the University of Rwanda, to the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship, the mistakes, the challenges, everything you faced in that journey, and the decisions you made that helped you to secure that scholarship.
When we go to the university, we tend to obtain degree from there. We can get a degree, and a degree is only a one-end victory. It will be a one-end victory for you as a graduate. So, but to make it a benefit for both you and your community.
Home is not only where you have your brothers and sisters. You can get different people who are more than brothers out of your home. So as I reached the airport, I checked in, and also another kind gesture that I saw that day. It was one day, but having two things. It was so much of a lesson to me. So this person who received us from the airport, we didn't know him. But what he did that day changed my perspective so much about what Rwanda really is. He received us with hugs, like as if he had known us. It felt like we were his relatives who had left and then come. You can imagine such an experience.
I remember we came when I was a kid in Rwanda once. We were fleeing the country's like conflicts, and we came. So I knew how Rwanda looked like. So I knew what to see.
Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of the African Learning Link. Like we say here, we learn and link. And today we are going to do that together with international students at the University of Rwanda who are also part of the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. And today, the guests I have are from Burundi and South Sudan. And on my right, we have my first guest, who's called Sam Stefan from Burundi. He's doing medicine. And next is Miss Yal Mary from South Sudan doing pharmacy. And then lastly, Mr. Justin Taban from South Sudan also pursuing pharmacy. There's a lot more to our guests, more than just their names, where they're from and what they're doing. So I'll let them introduce themselves more so that we can get a better understanding of who we are with today. We'll begin from Mr. Sam.
Thank you very much, Noella. I'm very glad to be invited as a guest in this beautiful platform of African Learning Link. I'm lucky. I'm Sam Stefan from Burundi, and I'm a Tujenga Africa Foundation Program alumni, and I'm also a Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Scholar, and I'm also medical student, and I think my hobbies will be like playing basketball, reading books, and also watching anime. I like anime a lot. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Mary Adunalo. I am a Mastercard Foundation Scholar at the University of Rwanda. I am an international student from South Sudan. I am also a pharmacy student, and outside of pharmacy, there are lots of things that I do. One of them is that I write. I'm a poetess, and I am a leader. I'm a passionate leader. I am growing. I am learning. And outside of leadership, I also love to read a lot of literature, not only the science literature, but out of the science field. I also take time and read other stuff. And I really have a lot that I would love to share with you, including my journey from South Sudan up to the University of Rwanda. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Justin Taban Charles. I'm a South Sudanese, an international student actually at the University of Rwanda. I'm currently pursuing my bachelor studies in pharmacy program under the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at the University of Rwanda. Beyond academics, there are some things that I actually participate in. I can play football, and I aspire to become a transformative leader in my community through pharmacy actually, because through pharmacy I believe that I can drive changes in my society by improving and enhancing medicinal access in the community, especially in the underserved communities. Other thing also, I am a Pan-African. I'm so interested in pursuing and following Pan-African and African affairs, actually. Thank you.
Oh, wow. You can see that our guests of today have a lot more to share. And just like I said before, we are learning and linking. So I'm already getting my takeaway, because me, myself, being a poetess, a writer, I already see someone we can connect, link, work on something together, and the sports people too. So this is a very good opportunity. So I will go straight to my first question that I'm going to direct to Mr. Sam. Stefan, I would like you to walk us through your journey of the application, the way you applied to the University of Rwanda, to the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship, the mistakes, the challenges, everything you faced in that journey, and the decisions you made that helped you to secure that scholarship.
Thank you for the question. First, I won't say it was easy. It was very hard, to be honest. And at first, I didn't have University of Rwanda in my mind to come. The thing, when I grew up, I knew that I would study medicine. That was my dream. So when I went to the program in Burundi, to General Africa Foundation program, they told us they have a partnership with the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program, where they help students, like where they help to help students in their studies. So when I looked in with the university they have a partnership with, I saw University of Rwanda, and it's one of the only universities having medicine. So I was like, why not try it? So that's how I decided to apply in Rwanda. It was not easy, to be honest. Like the registration forms are not very easy to follow, and I was confused most of the time. But I could go to my elders, and also there are some people who are helping. When you email them, they say, okay, if you have this problem, we can help you. So that's how I did some mistakes when writing my essays, and when also looking for my, when you're international, you don't have the same school reports or the same national exams, so you have to do some stuff, some changes. So that was very hard, and sometimes I could put on some French things, But the mistakes, I corrected them. I made some correction with the help of people from the University of Rwanda, and also from my program, to General Africa Foundation program. Yeah, I think that's all.
Oh, great. So you mean for your application, mainly the mistakes that you made were corrected by the help of maybe mentors, can I call them that?
Yeah.
You had mentors that helped review your application?
Yes.
Well, that's very good. That's very good. Actually, here at African Learning Link, we have that section where we offer mentorship to people who are applying for different opportunities. We have a platform where you could come and request a mentor, and we could help you review your applications, or even recommend you to some different opportunities that fit you. And actually, I'm very surprised that it was very hard, because the general overview we have here in Rwanda, we think it's very easy for you international students to get this scholarship, because for us the process seems a little bit longer and more complicated. So we thought it was easier, but I think each one has their own story, maybe.
Okay, many people think it's easy, but for example, during the interview of Mastercard Foundation Scholarship, the interview was to be online. I was in Burundi, so it was to be online. I remember I waited for 10 hours. They told me the interview will be at 9 a.m. and it happened at 6 p.m. I was waiting for the whole time in front of my computer. It was so. That's why I met some people, some international scholars here. We met, we chatted on the link on email. So we were like, you're also waiting for the interview. So it was somehow fun, but also waiting for so long is somehow. But it was good, and I'm glad at the end I made it.
Oh, that's good, and congratulations. Oh, so I'll go to my second question, Miss Yal. I know when we graduate high school, we look for opportunities everywhere. You searched about those in the US, in Asia, Australia, Africa. Then why did it end up being Rwanda? the University of Rwanda? What about it attracted you more that in that big search of yours, you decided to pinpoint and say, I'm applying to the University of Rwanda for the Bachelor of Pharmacy?
Thank you so much for such a question. And obviously, everyone would wonder why an international student would end up choosing Rwanda. Of course, mainly if I am to drive back to my country, South Sudan, it's a country where all the young people are out in the search for opportunities. And I would like to say Rwanda was not in my mind, and it was not like a choice I had while growing up, because I once dreamt of having my studies in the US, and yeah,
I feel you.
I really applied to a lot of scholarships in the US, the Common App applications. I did them so much, and things didn't work out, I guess. But still, I had some connection with some people, mostly the international students who are here, some of them who are from my country, and they were like, the University of Rwanda is good. And if there's anything that you're looking for out of South Sudan that you can't get in South Sudan, you can get it in Rwanda. Okay. And one of the things that was really attracting about Rwanda is the good infrastructure and the environment, how quiet the environment seemed. And people were like, Rwanda is a very good country. The cleanliness about Rwanda was so much exaggerated. And I was like, why not give it a try? So I really had to apply to the University of Rwanda first, because we know the applications had to first come out. I applied to the University of Rwanda, then later to the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. So I can't say that I had Rwanda in my mind while growing up, but it came as a choice along the way as I searched for opportunities, and it looked like a good one to explore. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. I'm very glad that now Rwanda has that kind of reputation. You know, in the past days, you would be out there and you'd say that, oh, I'm from Rwanda. They'll be like, are you people killing each other? Because of, the genocide.
Yes.
So it's very good to hear that now in different countries, when you talk about Rwanda, you no longer focus on that past that we had. You see beyond that and think about the cleanliness, the infrastructure. It's really inspiring, and I'm very proud to be Rwandan now. So I would like to ask you if the recommendations you are given, like the things the international students who are already here told you, like, did they meet your expectations? Like, when you came here, did you find the cleanliness they told you, the infrastructure, the teaching? Did it meet your standards, or it was a little bit exaggerated?
Thank you so much. So, yeah, of course, when I first reached Rwanda, by the way, I was amazed. It's not what I expected, of course. When someone is told of something way beyond imaginations, yeah, we're going to have something in mind that we picture. Like, I pictured Rwanda in some way in my mind. And what I saw, let me say, past my, can I say my imagination?
Oh, wow.
As in, when I first reached the airport, yeah, it was really smart. Everything looked good. Like, I felt like I should have taken a video of everything I saw so that I can show it to my people back at home. And I remember that day, as I slept in a hotel, I wrote something down, because I'm someone who does journaling. And what I wrote was, I wish what is here should be done by other countries, most especially back at home. Like, I wanted everybody back home to see what is in this country, such that they can put it into action, such that it can influence some of their decisions. So that was my feeling at first when I came to Rwanda.
Oh, I'm very happy that you are not disappointed, because, some people are good storytellers. They will tell you something that will put your imaginations on cloud nine. You begin imagining something out of the world, but when you come, because of the imaginations, you find that you get disappointed. So I'm happy that we did not disappoint you, and I hope we keep inspiring you, because you people are the future leaders of your countries. If there's something you see in Rwanda and you like it, you can go ahead and copy it to your country. Or coming again to Mr. Justin, Mr. Justin, you have been here for 2 years, right? You've been here for 2 years, so you're not a newcomer like Yal. So you have gotten to explore far more beyond the Huye campus. You have got to know more places and other opportunities available here. I was wondering, like, the tips you could give to an international student who's trying to apply to the University of Rwanda, most especially to the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship. Like, what would you tell them to focus on? What would you tell them to be excited about? What would you encourage them to look out for? Yeah, like such kind. You understand why I want you to share with our viewers.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Moderator, for the question. Actually, it's a good question. The tips and the experience. I have stayed here for like 2 years, and it has been a good experience for real. So, first of all, I can say, like, traveling to a new country or to a new location, it can be like a mix of both excitement and nerves. Sometimes you can feel happy, and sometimes you can feel like it's a new location, so you will be missing back those ones who are at home, your parents, your friends, the kind of life you have been enjoying back at home. So, actually, it's a good place. So, based on my experience, when I traveled here, I thought maybe like it's going to be a very, very different place at all, but it's just the same as back at home there. So the good thing is that Rwanda has welcomed me with a lot of warmth, actually. The amazing people here, the amazing environment, and a lot to say. So what I can say is like the tips I can give to my fellow applicants, the students who are planning to come to Rwanda. Rwanda is a good place, actually. So the decision you are trying to make, like to come to Rwanda, it's a good decision. So what I can say is, first of all, you need to be authentic in your story. When you are trying to apply for the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program here at the University of Rwanda, the Mastercard actually, they try to look beyond only what you have. They try to understand your story. They want to know everything about you. So when you are tailoring your application, you have to be authentic. Provide everything, every information, every story about you, even the struggles that you had previously when you were still young, in high school or in primary school, your family background, everything you have to put there, because that's what is going to give you a grade, and it is going to help you a lot in the application. Secondly, I would like to talk about the give back. Actually, Mastercard Foundation is a very big organization, and one of the core values of Mastercard is the give back activities, what you are going to give back to your society. When we go to the university, we tend to obtain degree from there. We can get a degree, and a degree is only a one-end victory. It will be a one-end victory for you as a graduate. So, but to make it a benefit for both you and your community, you have to integrate what you learned in a university into practical knowledge and practical activities in the society. That will be through the give back activities. So you have to start participating in a lot of give back activities in the society. There are a lot of give back activities in the society. Cleaning the roads, cleaning the environment. There are a lot. Mentorship, visiting the patients, visiting the refugees, and there are very many. So what I can say, you have to start participating in those activities, because those activities, they can give you a lot of motivation, and it can gain you a momentum to start applying for that scholarship. Then the third thing, what I would like to say is, like, before going to a new environment, actually, you need to understand where you are going. You need to know what are you going to do there. Also, you need to know more about that place. So what I can say, you have to research about the University of Rwanda and the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. So University of Rwanda is one of the biggest institutions in Rwanda, actually. Let me not say Rwanda alone, actually in the East African community, and also the whole of African continent. University of Rwanda is one of the most biggest institutions here, made out of probably 7 or 6 campuses here in Rwanda, actually. So you need to research about Rwanda, and you need to research about University of Rwanda. You need to understand the course you want to come and pursue here before doing any or taking any decision of coming here. So actually, these are the 3 most tips I can give you when you're trying to apply to the University of Rwanda under the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. You have to be authentic. You have to start participating in give back activities in the society. You have to document them also in videos, photos. Yeah, those are the things. And also you need to research about the University of Rwanda, about Rwanda also, and about Mastercard Foundation. their core values, like the give back, and yeah, there are very many. Thank you.
I myself am feeling inspired and I'm already at the university. So I believe that our viewers who are trying to figure out if the University of Rwanda is the place where you should come to, Mr. Justin has given you an overview of what you need to have before you begin even the process of application. And so I was wondering about your experience here. You know, being from different countries, I understand Africans, we are almost the same, but of course there are some kind of differences. So I would like you to, each one of you, like to tell us how you managed to get used, like to integrate into the Rwandan culture. You know, the cultures are different, the way we do our things, and then there is the curriculum, it's different. I would like you to tell me how, like, what it took for you to be fully integrated into the new system of Rwanda, the culture, like socially and academically. And also, I would like you to show us the role being a Mastercard Foundation Scholar played in helping you get used to the environment, get used to the ways of learning, all that. I don't know, who would like to go first? Or we?
Okay, let me go first. And thank you once again, Ms. Noella, for the question. It is actually a good question, and it's a really heart-touching question for me to elaborate on my experiences and how I have tried and I have adjusted to the culture and how people live here in Rwanda. I can say it is not easy, but at the same time also it can be somehow easy because we are all Africans. And you know, African cultures, they are kind of similar. So one of the things I would like to talk about is the rigorous academics. University of Rwanda is not an easy institution when it comes to academics. People study a lot here. So, and it's not a bad thing actually, it's a good thing because it can teach you how to handle a lot and a variety of tasks in a short time. So it is very hard, especially given with my course, pharmacy. Pharmacy requires a lot of commitment. You need to cut out some other stuff. So when I came here, I was in a lot of activities, but after adjusting myself for like 2 months to 3 months, some things I have left them out of my schedule and my plans. So it is not easy sometimes, but it's all it requires your commitment and what you can do at a given short period of time. The second thing is that I met a lot of people here, especially my classmates. They are so amazing people. The way they welcomed me here in Rwanda, and I just felt like they are my fellow brothers instantly back from home. And it's a good experience actually. Integrating with new people from a new environment, from a different cultural backgrounds also, it is really so good and it's amazing. They have given me a lot of understanding and they have welcomed me with a lot of activities here in Rwanda. There are a lot of things like the cultural dances. They have taught me so, and by now I'm trying to speak Kinyarwanda, though it is not my local language, but I'm trying so hard to learn it also. That's a good thing. The other thing is also about the amazing international scholars community here. Not only the international scholars and the local scholars also here. They have made me feel like I'm really among one of my best families. So here in the University of Rwanda, the scholars community here, they are just treating each other like brothers and sisters. There are a lot of things we participate in, like the give back activities. We go out, we visit, and we help in a lot of activities. Like last year during the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Summer Camp, we went out to a certain district and we participated in renovating almost more than 10 houses. And it is really a very good experience. It shows us that we are not only beneficiaries of the Mastercard Scholars Program here in the University of Rwanda based on the studies and the financial benefit we get, but also they give us a lot of experience. They teach us how to learn and how to give back what we have learned to our communities by participating in those activities. And last also, we as the international communities in the University of Rwanda, we organized a certain give back. Though it is very small, but it was really heart-touching. We visited a mental health institution where there are some kids who are having some mental health problems. Some are orphans. We visited them and we provided them with some of some of their daily requirements they can use to utilize, and like it is really heart touching, but it is actually good. The other thing I would like to talk about is the give back activities. Actually, the give back activities is one of the core values of the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at the University of Rwanda, as all of us know that. So Mastercard, it avails us with a lot of activities. They avails us with a lot of mentorship sessions, a lot of leadership activities, like training. So it is our duty and it is your responsibility as a scholar, and not only as a scholar, but also those ones who are trying to apply to the University of Rwanda and the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. It is really amazing. They can help you in your professional growth, your extracurricular life, and apart from also only academics, they can teach you a lot of activities, how to do them and how to benefit them and how to participate and how to give back what you have learned to your society. And it is really an amazing experience I had here. For these 2 years, I can say I'm now feeling like Rwanda is my home actually. So though it is not my natural home, but it's like my home instantly. Like even for example, last year I didn't go home. I didn't go home for holidays because I wanted to experience like how Christmas feels like outside of your country. And it is really an amazing experience here. So what I can say, Rwanda is a good place. So those ones who are planning to come here, you come and experience what is life like here in Rwanda. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Let's have Miss Yal also share her experience.
Okay, thank you so much, and that's really a thoughtful question. More so, it's so much, it touches to the heart. Like, I don't know if you have moved to another country before, and I don't know what kind of experience that you got there, but my first time, like, hopping on that plane to come to Rwanda, it was really, let me say, I was excited, but I was also scared because I didn't know what it meant to be out of home. And also, when I look at my skin color, I knew there would be so much attached to bullying because of how I looked like. And also looking at how Rwandans are, I looked at them as people who are light-skinned, and the fact that I was dark-skinned meant a lot of criticism coming my way. But it all changed in that flight. I sat next to a Rwandan guy, and despite what I thought that I would be bullied and criticized, it was the other way around. We shared, it was really a nice experience. I was on a plane and he was a Rwandan, and he happened to be reading a book. I was also reading, and we were like having some interests, and we shared along until I reached Rwanda. It changed something about my perspective of how it felt to be out of home. It also told me something that home is not only where you have your brothers and sisters. You can get different people who are more than brothers out of your home. So as I reached the airport, I checked in, and also another kind gesture that I saw that day. It was one day, but having two things. It was so much of a lesson to me. So this person who received us from the airport, we didn't know him. But what he did that day changed my perspective so much about what Rwanda really is. He received us with hugs, like as if he had known us. It felt like we were his relatives who had left and then come. You can imagine such an experience. So we entered, he took us to our hotels, and it was really a good experience. So from that day, my perspective about what Rwanda would have been was changed. And when I reached the school, it was more than that. I was a bit late, but these were people who are really ready to give. They were ready to share. They were ready to receive us and incorporate us into the system. They knew that to some point, there's something that we were lacking, and we really didn't need to ask for it. They gave it to us even before we asked. So I was receiving lectures from one of a core student. He was my classmate, but he gave in his time to lecture me. I know pharmacy is not like so easy that you could easily have that time to teach someone, but he got that time to teach me. I think that's really a kind gesture that made me perceive Rwanda in a very different way. Also, something that has been mentioned before, and I would like to add on about it, is people who are thinking of applying and coming to Rwanda, please do. Rwanda is a good place, and also the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at the University of Rwanda is really a very good opportunity that you can have. There is something that I thought after coming to Rwanda, that when my opportunities failed, there was something that God was cooking for me in Rwanda. Because I am so much of a spiritual person, I thought, why did all the opportunities fail? Because I wrote like 17 common app applications, and all of them were rejections. You can imagine that. It was really disheartening. But when I came to Rwanda, I felt like it was worth it. So if you're thinking of applying to the University of Rwanda, and to our dear viewers out there, please do. And if this is a place that God has prepared for you, you're going to enjoy it. So also in incorporating into the Rwandan culture, I see nothing is completely different about Rwanda, because when we look at the foods, it's my country that really has foods that are really so different that were hard to find here in Rwanda. But still, what I found in Rwanda is more of a food that I can get used to. And so far in the months that I've spent, a semester and a half of it, I am learning Kinyarwanda. I think I can count from 1 to 10.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I think I can also greet, and I think I can also listen to some of the Kinyarwanda. I just imagine what it will be like in 2 years' time.
2 years.
So that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I don't know what to say about this question, because my impressions about Rwanda were not so much, because I knew Rwanda before. I remember we came when I was a kid in Rwanda once. We were fleeing the country's like conflicts, and we came. So I knew how Rwanda looked like. So I knew what to see. And because of Kinyarwanda and Kirundi are somehow similar, the language was not that hard for them. I use English a lot, because I use English in my education. Even after high school, I was using English. So it was not hard to be friends with many internationals. So many of my classmates, for the first months of my class, they were like, he's not from Burundi, he's just from Somalia or somewhere. Because they thought, they were all seeing me talking in English, so like, he doesn't know anything about Kinyarwanda. But Kirundi and Kinyarwanda are somehow similar. When they try to approach me, so that's how they realize that I know a bit Kirundi and Kinyarwanda. So we could communicate. About my academic life, I tell you people, medicine is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Like, I struggled a lot, I can say. But my friends, my classmates, they were more like my mentors. They helped me a lot. They were there for me. I remember I was telling my friends from pharmacy, I was telling them that I'm struggling, I'm going to repeat the year. But my classmates were there for me. They were taking time to lecture me during preps. They're telling me, study like this, read this book, and don't go for movies a lot. So we focus sometimes. They will even take me to study. So I like that from them. They took me as part of their family, because they knew that I didn't have anyone here around. So they were like, you know what, we are going to be your brothers and your sisters. I remember on my birthday, my first birthday last year, it was my fellow international scholars program, and also my classmates who were there. They came for me. They did the party for me, and I didn't think of that they could do that, because even back home, surprise like parties for birthday, they were right. I say, it's not like for everyone, but and seeing them like doing that for me, it showed me that, you know what, these people are like, they care about others. They don't take you as acquaintance, they take you as a friend. So that's something that when you are being adapted to a given society, when you see people caring about you, people being there for you, you see like you find yourself home. That's why home is not where your family, your dad, your parent are, but it's where you are comfortable. You see people who are caring, who care about you, and of course you care about them. And about what I can say about University of Rwanda, a part of my classmates, I'm a sportsman, as I say. I play basketball. So when I'm going around the campus, I may greet more than 20 people. I don't know their name. I just I played with this guy, we talked a lot, I watched a match with this guy. So that's how society is. You don't have to be very close to know someone. You know, when you meet someone, the first impression is it matters a lot. Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm very glad that you people did not meet a lot of obstacles integrating yourselves into the system of Rwanda, because one of the main culture shocks that international people mainly experience when they come to Rwanda is the language. Because we, the Rwandan people, we all use the same language. So it's very rare to find us communicating in the official languages, English, French. Now, we normally use Kinyarwanda. So for the internationals, it seems quite hard to understand that the whole nation can speak Kinyarwanda. So you people will have to learn the language. But for me, when it came to me, getting to know the international students, the culture shocks I got were about the greetings. I was told that in South Sudan, you people don't hug each other. And there was this guy who was my South Sudanese friend, and I was hugging the guy. I think he felt like I'm sexually harassing him because I would hug him and I would see he's a little bit uncomfortable, and I thought he was shy. But you find it was the shock. And then the Burundians, I was told that for them, they hug you and kiss you on both cheeks. I was like, what do you mean I hug you and... So you understand, that's change, but we get to know the differences and appreciate. I'm very glad of the way you people behave, because that guy, I was doing something that is contrary to his beliefs, but he did not treat me in such a manner that would make me feel bad about myself. Later on, he told me, we don't do that in my country. So now when I meet him, it's a handshake. And I also got to communicate to my Burundian friends that, please, when you kiss me here, you're killing my market. People will think we are dating because we don't do that here. So it's good to interact with you people. I'm very thankful of how you took your time to come and share your stories, inspire our younger brothers and sisters. And I believe that our viewers could learn a lot from you and share it to the younger generations who are thinking and trying to find opportunities here in the University of Rwanda. University of Rwanda is open. It's a welcoming place. It's a place where, what can I say, land of honey and milk. Well, the education, I assure you, the academics, they will cook you somehow, but you will not die. You will not die. You will have friends who will back you up. You yourself, you will get to know the system. And together we will achieve whatever we're dreaming for this Africa. So as we come to the conclusion of our podcast, I would like you to all give us a closing remark, a short one, like a very first one, so that our viewers can take something in their head and say, I learned this from Mr. Justin, I got this from Miss Yal. Yeah, I'd like you to give a short closing remark. We'll begin from Sam.
Okay, thank you. I'm not good at giving advices, let me be honest, but I will say that Rwanda is not the best choice, I can say. Coming to Rwanda, studying, if you have US, if you have Europe, France, Belgium, Canada as your choice, opportunities, you can go. But what I'm sure of is Rwanda is not the worst choice. It's one of the best. It's a good one. You won't regret coming to Rwanda because you meet some people, you meet opportunities, And as we say, like, profit of your youth. So here in Rwanda, you profit of that age, and you also have opportunities to succeed, to be a successful person in future, and it shapes you. Like, it's not like a country where you will be having everything for free, everything like given to you, but you like the spirit of having you work for what you deserve and what you want. That's what will shape your life. That's what will shape your future. So Rwanda is not a bad choice. It's one of the best. And if you're applying to Rwanda, please do it in the University of Rwanda. It's a good one. And being a Mastercard Foundation Scholar, it's one of the best thing. I myself I'm no longer asking more financial aid from my parents, and that's a burden, like a burden. That was a burden from them. So come to Rwanda. It's a good choice, and we enjoy our life together.
Thank you so much. I would like to close with only, let me say, 3 words that I like so much to close with, and I like so much to tell people. So one time when I was doing my interview for the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at the University of Rwanda, they asked me a question. What would you like any other young girl out there watching you right now to take from your life, from all the stories I've shared, from everything that I've said? I'm so much of a wordy person, but I had to narrow it down into 3 words. One of those is persistence. Second is resilience. And third is hope. So why do these words mean so much to me? Things are going on right now in your life as a student, as a young girl out there. But you really need these 3 things. You need persistence. I always dreamed of being a medical doctor, but my parents' financial situation was saying otherwise. But I was persistent. And that's why I managed to apply. And right now I'm in the health field. So that is persistence. If you need something, persist and go for it. And then number 2 is resilience. Persistence is not going to come along without resilience. So you really need to, if you want something, a lot of challenges are going to come along the way. And you need to be resilient. You need to forego those challenges. And then comes the 3rd word, hope. Things are going to get so tough. Really, really tough. You're going to see no way ahead. But if there is hope, you're going to always see a way even when there is no way that is being seen. And I also love to quote some other book that I read. I think it's a very common book that most of us have read. It's Atomic Habits. So in this book, the author says that all of us have goals. And sometimes we all don't get there. It's some people get there and others don't. Why is that so? It's because of the difference in systems. So we all need to check our systems. If you're applying for that scholarship, yes, all the goals of all the applicants for that scholarship is for them to succeed. But what is your system? What is going to take you towards success? That is what is going to matter so much more than the goal. So I'm not like giving an advice, but it's a brotherly advice I would give you. Check your systems. How are you making your application? What are you doing differently than the others? Thank you.
Okay, thanks once again. So what I would like to conclude about is I would like to add on what Ms. Yar said, first of all, about resilience. It's a good quality and it's a good thing, actually. So resilience can be through all the challenges and hardship that you have faced throughout your life. Like, for example, the languages barrier and the different culture we have found here in Rwanda and how we have tried to adjust it to it. They can improve, they can show how resilient you are, and they can improve your adaptability into new environment. So based on my experience, like on my background, coming from a background that has faced hardship and those things, I would like to say it is really a testament of God's work that today I'm here pursuing my bachelor's studies under the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship at the University of Rwanda. So what I would like to say, Mastercard is not only about the financial benefit and the financial security it is giving you. There is more to it. The financial benefit that you are going to get from Mastercard is like the 20% of what they are going to give you. There are a lot of it, like the transformative leadership, the courses, the sessions, the mentorship, and the give back activities. Those are a lot of activities that you will learn from, and you are able to learn them and integrate them into your society. So that's like a very big bonus to you on top of the financial benefit you are getting. So what I would like to say is that you need to believe in yourself. So you need to throw yourself to the deep end. What I mean by throwing yourself to the deep end, like there are some rooms where we feel like we are not valued in by entering in. Like you'll see a room where the room is full of CEOs, and you are just a member of an organization. You will feel like I will not be valued there. Like those people, they are bigger than me. No. You have to walk into that room. You have to socialize with those people, because those people, they will teach you a lot. So you need to move out of your comfort zone. You don't need to just be there at home studying. Like you need to come out, try different experiences. Rwanda is actually a good place, I will say. So if Rwanda is in your options, just try and come here in Rwanda. But if Rwanda is also not in your options, I may say you need to rethink and reconsider your decision, because it is not all about going abroad that you will be successful. You can also come here and you can also study around in your region, and you can become successful. It's all about what you can do, what you believe in, and who you believe that you will become through your hard work and everything that you put your effort in. Thank you.
Well, what can we say? After all the advice you've given to our viewers, after all the stories, your journeys, your mistakes and how you corrected them, I don't think there is anything more I can add other than telling our viewers to not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so that you could be able to learn and link with different guests we are going to be hosting in further episodes. Thank you.